Movies that you didn't like or didn't get the first time that you grew to appreciate later. Oh god, there's so many movies that I wish I liked earlier just so I could like ride the hype train and not look like an absolute dingus whenever I talk to people and say, yeah, I thought the movie was good, but in reality, it just wasn't that great. And I was a huge victim of this situation back when I watched The Dark Knight, because I got into superheroes around 2013, 2014, and I saw on Netflix that The Dark Knight was there, and I was like, okay, bet, let me watch it. And it was the most dreary, nothing nut of a film I've ever seen as a kid. In other words, I just didn't get it. I didn't get the cinema at the time cinema came out. But as I got older and I understood how much that movie meant to the Disneyland that is movies, I rewatched it with a more reformed mindset, and it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And something similar happened to me again when I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, I didn't get the movie the first time around. I gave it, 3 stars on my letterbox initially purely out of guilt. And then I rewatched it as an excuse to write about it for an essay for my university science fiction course. And I don't know what it is about watching movies a second time, but for some reason, the golden gates of knowledge open up like your nostrils allowing air to pass through, and then I got butt chugged with knowledge and narrative. I love that movie now. Everything Everywhere is a movie I didn't get initially, and thank God I understand it now. But lastly, this may come as a shock, but I never really understood the hype behind John Wick 1, because I saw it as a flat and overly violent action movie with Shadow the Hedgehog using 20 different guns and a pencil to kill people. But the sequels just kept getting better, they got more fun, and I was like, okay, and now I get it. I get why the first movie was so good. This is just a franchise of people who are obsessed with action, never phone anything in, and the idea that a man wants to scorch the earth because their dog was killed is the most red-blooded male relatable plot I've ever seen. But now I'm trying to understand why people like Harry Potter so much. Those movies were dookie.